So I have a method of cooking my food when I'm camping that I love, and I love doing whenever I am camping out of the car or whenever I am driving in on a four-wheeler or an ATV to wherever my campsite's going to be. And I meant to show it to you guys, so I thought I'd do that today. So this is my small one. I put this one in the backpack. This is my Dutch oven, and essentially it's a pot with a lid, and it's made out of cast iron. I've cooked with them made out of cast aluminum as well. I just love the iron a little bit more because I think it holds heat a little bit better, and it doesn't cost as much. But if you're looking to backpack with one, definitely look into cast aluminum. I don't know how the prices compare, but the weight is substantially different. It brings like a 30-pound pot down to like 7 pounds. And this is my big behemoth. This is actually a camp Dutch oven. This is a large 12-inch, I believe it's 6 quarts. And this is my big guy. I've used him to cook on a few trips. I did a trip last year and I ended up getting stuck because our four-wheeler broke down a few miles down the trail and having to hitchhike back to get the truck. But we cooked for 2 nights while we were out there on this big Dutch oven, and it really helped because we didn't bring enough food, obviously, because we weren't planning on getting stuck. And I shot a rabbit. We cooked them in there. We did have some steaks that were totally burnt because we didn't know what we were doing, and this is why the rabbit came in handy. And you can use it, I do it to batch make chilies, stews. I've made a lasagna in there one time. It was very tasty. And the different sizes are handy. I use this one. This is my favorite one for if I'm cooking for one person. I've cooked for 2. It's basically maxes out at 2 people. This one's 2 quarts. It's technically like a kitchen Dutch oven. It's non-coated, so don't get the enamel ones for camping, but this one does not have any legs because it's designed to be used on the stove or in the oven, or technically not in a fire, but it's cast iron, so it's meant to be used in a fire. It's just not as easy because it does not have the legs. But that's my 2-quart one. It's great for 1 to 2 people. I cook with it for myself, and I eat like 2/3 of a full pot of whatever I cook in there. If I cook with 2 people, we both eat pretty well, but sometimes we're a little bit hungry, so it's best to have a little bit of a dessert. This one right here is, since it's 3 times the size, you can cook for technically 3 times the people. I took a Dutch oven class last semester in college, and we had like 8 groups all cooking in those. Whatever you had, bread, pies, soups. We did very good mac and cheese and did some really good pineapple tacos. I'm going to share that recipe sometime because it's one of my favorites. But we were able to feed, with 8 of these, 30 to 40 people. So generally, if you're trying to size it with your group, get 1 quart, 1 to 2 quarts per person. If you have 8 people, an 8-quart pot's probably fine. If you have 4 people, don't get the 2-quart pot. It's too small. But I've also cooked, yet again, for 2 people with my large one. And it's my favorite thing to cook on. You can stick it directly in the fire. You can deep fry in it. That's a little more risky in a fire. And you can cook on the coals. I've made chocolate chip breads. They're very lovely. But they go with me on almost every trip if I'm taking a four-wheeler or an ATV, because this one, I have a scale. I'm going to go ahead and weigh it because I'm going to see how heavy it is. It's definitely not a backpacking pot. I'm going to guess probably 5 pounds at least. Alright, so on the scale, this little one right here weighs in at 7 pounds 1 ounce. That is with this handle. That does not come with it. I built this one myself, but I definitely recommend putting a handle on if you're going to use one. And then I'm gonna try, I don't think I can actually weigh this one on my scale because my scale is definitely not strong enough. So just know that one weighs probably 21 pounds. But these are my favorite kinds. Really hard to break them. The big one's been used well over a decade. The little one, it is new as of last year, but they'll never go bad. These are lifetime things. If you buy one, get a name brand one because they're buy once, cry once, and you can pass them down to your grandkids. All right, one more thing about those Dutch ovens is get yourself a pair of welding gloves. They do have Dutch oven gloves, but these are just regular welding gloves, and I find they are cheaper and either the same durability or if not sometimes more durable. I go with leather ones because they won't catch on fire, but you do have to be careful because they heat up, and once the heat gets in, it stays in for a little bit. So if you touch things like a log that's on fire, which I do periodically with these and have had absolutely no problems with, you can't touch it for very long or else the heat will get in and you'll still burn yourself. But touch it quick, set it down. It works great. Works great for pulling the lid off. Works great for picking it up by the handle, moving it around the fire. And these also work great as hot pads when you don't want to melt things like your countertop. So get yourself a pair of these as well.